What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Study Hall here on UFS University. My name's Tam, and I'm joined by
Michael,
Travis,
James.
What Study Hall is for the unrolls. We've taken a bunch of your guys' UFS topics as well as some of our own, and we sit down and we discuss them for your amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So with that said, a little bit of housekeeping before we go on. If you want the podcast early, go out to patreon.com/UFS University. And if you want to be one of the amazing sponsors on the show and get a shout out like Jay Rogers, Jerome Weeks Jr., Justin Forrest, William Stull, Iori Melkor, Tyler Zane Pease, Sean Bauman, Clay Cardwell, Tracy Cardwell. Thanks, Mom. Subscribe at one of the tier levels that we have, and we'd love to give you a shout out on the air. So, with that, we're going to be talking about all UFS stuff. Michael, how's your week in UFS, buddy?
Unfortunately, I got 20th at Rockford.
We went the Rockford PTC.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I got 20th. I lost to Mark Tyner last round because I messed up big time game one, and that match could have gone either way. I could have got, I think he got, what, 7th? I don't know.
No, he got first.
Well, okay.
I would know.
Yeah. But then I was given a challenge to not build a meta Mike Hardiman deck. And I'm playing that right now. It's actually fun. I'm tri-symboling, and I'm off-symboling like 5 or 6 foundations because I can just build them in for free. The deck's actually super fun. I have like 12 foundations by turn 2 or 3. It's rad.
Totally.
Yeah.
If you want to see those, we're all going to be doing champ card deck list profiles as well as some matches. If you want to see all that early, go out to Patreon. They're going to be out there a week early and then launch them on free on YouTube later. We'd love your support. Travis, how's your week, buddy?
My week has been pretty good. We obviously all went to Rockford. I think I got like 29th or something.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Dang it. I wanted you to get 35th. Either 35th or 36th. Those were the two numbers I wanted.
Yeah, I finished in the top half.
Because once again, as well as it goes as even as it can, 2, 2, and 2.
It was 2, 2, 3.
2, 2, 3, even more in the middle. Wow.
Yeah. So basically what happened was I ran into 2 of my worst matchups in the first 3 rounds. I drew with one of them, and then I had a really sad bunch of game 2s against people. So like I'd mill them out game 1, and then they'd draw like 6 attacks and kill me on turn 2, and then I'd draw in the 3rd game. So that's how most of my games went.
So why didn't you just like mill them out slower, right?
Because they still killed me on turn 2.
No, but like if you milled them out slower,
If you draw
in
the
game
one
1
out,
then there's not a game 2.
I'm not gonna make game 1 an hour. Okay.
No, you're playing a mill deck. You should. You went in with the wrong mentality.
I'm not gonna play
Tyler,
an hour game
What are
1.
you looking for?
I'm gonna play a 45-minute game 1 and stall game 2.
Lame.
But I can't do that when
Do you need
people
help?
draw 6 attacks.
Phone charger.
Oh. You have a USB? You can just plug it into the table. It like actually won't. That's cool.
I got 19th.
Congrats.
Yeah. Not this.
Anything else to
16th.
report? Or
I mean, I'm building a Gary Brett deck.
once again, champ challenge.
Yeah.
We met all the champs at the event.
Oh yeah, I'm building Barrett. By
Wait,
the
we
way,
did?
Barrett Bryant.
What?
was Mike Hardiman there?
No.
No, we got all the champ cards. Sorry, Mike's a UK player.
Oh, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? There's a dude from overseas and I didn't meet him?
Yeah.
Like, what?
You'd know.
You'd know.
You'd know. He's got a hella thick accent. Hella.
Yeah, I'm down. I want to
it's
meet
so-
you.
Oh, it's dreamy.
But I went 4-3 at Rockford at the PTC. Started out 3-0 playing Taysay.
Hey.
Yeah. Then went 0-3 after lunch.
Playing 2 of the people you drove
Yeah.
with?
I played Tyler, who was in a diversity bout with Jimmy Ray at the time.
And
He won
one.
his.
Fuck yes.
Yep.
And then
I
played-
sealed the deal.
And then I played Michael.
You beat Jeremy?
Yeah.
Good job, man.
Yeah, dude.
I played Michael, who was also sitting in a diversity battle right next to us. Looks like the shit out of me.
Man, I beat him
And then round 6, I played Miles. Game 1, I checked really bad. Game 2, I killed him. And game 3, he just had more attacks than I blocks.
Yeah. I gotta say that Ken deck is scary. Like I've written up a tournament report. I wrote 4 pages today
Wow.
Yeah,
Nerd.
I wrote 4 pages about my entire experience,
I'm
giving
the
like a paragraph and a half for like every match. And it was a fun trip down memory lane. I went. I got second, both in Swiss and in Top Cuts. I was destined to be the bridesmaid. I went 6-1. My only loss was to Garrett Brett round 1, so like that's really good because Garrett Brett ended up getting third in the whole event.
Yeah.
I fought 3 champs. I fought Kevin. I fought Garrett. I fought Tim. Each with a card having come out, right?
Yeah.
I have a whole tournament right up, and it's going to be out on Patreon, free for everybody. I'm just going to throw it out there, I actually really enjoyed writing this article. I actually really did. So what a
nerd.
I know, right? And so what I think I'm going to
right.
do is I'm going to try and start like maybe bi-weekly, throw an article out on Patreon. My issue is like I need topics. That's like the biggest thing is like what can I write 2 pages about? I need that initial inspiration, and then I can give my thoughts, opinions, and whatnot on it. And I'm working with somebody who shall remain nameless to help me like get topics and whatnot for the community. So I'm gonna be posting that out on Facebook, and you'll get free links to the Patreon in order to just like have a central hub that's UFSU centric in order to get there. With that said, I said we weren't going to talk about it, but I want to just bring it up just ever so slightly, just so it's not a big deal. We are probably going to be rebranding UFS University because it's possible Jasco's going to be rebranding UFS.
Yep.
So
Look for that in the future.
look for that in the future. That's all I can really say. But with their big aspirations also comes our big aspirations. And the reason they're rebranding is My Hero Academia is coming to the game.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Tokoyami.
Holy shit. So I guess welcome to the first episode of My Hero Academia, the podcast.
Yo.
The holy day has arrived.
The first topic of the show is how much do we bully kids when they call it Boku no Hero Academia? Fucking weebs. Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly. We're part of the United States of Smash.
Yeah.
No weebs allowed.
Well, I was about to ask how do you pronounce it, Travis, but I guess I have your answer.
Obviously, my hero.
Yeah, it's My Hero for
all
sure.
right, he's not a weeb.
Boku no
Well-
Hero Academia.
Oh.
He's a friend.
Boku no Hero.
Yeah, hype.
Yo, I'm so fucking excited, dude. I'm wearing the shirt. I got the figures.
Yep.
We gotta change up this boring ass poster. Like,
I
it's
like
almost
the
to the
Mega
point where
Man
like
one.
I keep forgetting that Yu Yu Hakusho is coming out, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot that Yu Yu Hakusho was coming out, and then I saw the rando support, and I was like, "Oh yeah,
This character's broken.
That
character. Whoops.
Man, the game's gonna die before My Hero gets here.
Might be a new game. Anyways,
Yeah. Maybe
no.
that's their plan. They'll kill it with Yu Yu Hakusho. Restart it with My Hero.
Galaxy Brain. 2000 IQ.
That sounds
They'll
awful.
sell out by breaking the game, break the game, and restart with My Hero. It'd be great.
Yeah, I'm so excited for My Hero. I'm excited to see what they do. Have you guys seen the templates for the Gen Con stuff?
oh
the
yeah."
Gen Con
dude.
stuff
It-
looks really,
it-
really good.
It does look very good.
There's
That-
a lot.
That
everywhere.
Bakugo card, oh, it looks nice.
Bakugo character card looks sick.
And
My
it's a
question
six-hander.
is that the Gen Con promo, or is that our new template?
I'm pretty sure that's our new template.
So, I think that it's gonna be similar. I don't think it's gonna be exactly the same because I think if you're going to Gen Con, you should get something like special. Like, yes, you're already getting
I
these
believe
promos,
they are alt arts.
but I
from the
feel
set.
like they should
They're
be
alt arts
like
from the set,
alt,
is what
like
they're
full arts in a sense.
They're confirmed alt arts from the set.
Alternate arts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I like.
Because I was talking to Tyler about it. Sorry, I was talking to Tyler about it earlier because like the Bakugo is 1 dot.
Pause. Shout out to Tyler for getting 16th at the PTC. Good job, buddy.
Yeah, shoutouts.
Yay, Sleepy Boy.
Sleep.
I was talking to Tyler about it.
Boy Clark. What a sick nickname.
Getting New Jersey.
Tyler Sleepy Boy Clark. Holy shit. Don't sleep on him. He'll sleep on you.
Oh,
Jigglypuff.
Rest. So I was talking to him about it because the Bakugo is a 1 dot, And then 4 years ago, when they did the Gen Con promos with Ryu and Scorpion,
Mhm.
they were both 2 dots.
Yes.
And then they re-released 1 dots with the sets.
Right.
Which just means this Bakugo is either not going to be in the set or be an alt art. And I believe it was confirmed they're alt arts.
I hope it's alt art because I think that they need to be in the set. Just like I'm not positive. So
I'm pretty sure this first set's going to be like 9 characters and like 2 villains. And 7 other characters.
like, are you saying 9 characters including 2 villains,
Yes.
or 9 characters
I'm
plus
saying
2 villains?
it's either
11
gonna be-
11 character cards total.
I'm saying it's either going to be 9 characters, 2 of which will be villains, or it's going to be 18, 3 of which will be villains. Just because of how My Hero is in general. There's not a lot of mainstream villains. You got like Nomu, Stain, Hands Dude that I can't think of the name right now.
Shigaraki.
Yeah. And,
Dude, but the Mist guy.
Yeah, like you've got a whole. It's
Like, you don't
literally
have,
called
like,
a league of villains.
like you don't have a lot.
Every
You
villain
don't have
is
like a lot of,
lemons.
but you don't have like a lot of like. You don't have like they're like stamped. They're not like Bakugo. They're not like Midoriya. They're not All Might.
But they are though, right?
But they're not. They're not like given as much screen time.
Have you-
as much character.
Have you
development.
watched the show?
There's also One for All.
They
Well,
can't.
they
They
won't
can't
do
make.
one.
They
For
can't.
They
make
won't
it.
make one. For
They're
all.
not
I'm
quite
telling
that
you.
season.
I'm telling you, they need to make All Might and One for All action cards.
I'm pretty sure All Might's gonna be a character. I just don't think there's a way around it.
We talked about it forever ago, but
If they don't make All Might as a character,
What the fuck am I gonna cosplay?
Exactly.
I have 6+ months to get fucking shredded out of my mind.
I need a championship video.
you have more time than Midoriya did.
True.
Oh, fuck, that's so inspiring.
He had a whole summer to clean the beach. You got a whole 6 months.
Or if you know, like it doesn't happen, and Midoriya's just already better than you.
Eat this. I'm getting a phone call from my beautiful girlfriend. Will you text her and say that I'm in a podcast? That would be rad. So back on Gen Con demo decks, are you happy that they're demoing at Gen Con? Are you happy that the
Yes.
demo decks
Yes.
exist?
yes.
Does this confirm or deny that Reese and Satoshi are not coming out?
I'm still unsure on that because they haven't confirmed it themselves, and I've asked Fam multiple times.
Fam, because I keep asking Fam, and Fam's in full. Don't fucking talk to me.
Deny,
mode.
deny,
Yeah.
deny.
He's
He-
in full Jasco employee mode.
Yeah. He's the CIA right now.
Sometimes he's like, this might be a thing, wink, 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 and then like it's like a 50-50 shot. Right now he's just like,
It's like, is he telling the truth? Or
we're-
is it just like,
it's closed. There's no information.
Case
like because
closed.
we asked him is like because I'm gonna bring up universities again. Like is UFS getting rebranded as university? He's like, I don't know what I'm allowed to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because we were like, hey Ryan, we made a whole.
We're
We've
branded
got
with this.
the word UFS in our name.
Like we got to do some changing. He's
we,
like,
we really bet on this horse.
really?
we got to switch some bets.
We win all.
And he was just
in.
like, I'm not sure what I'm allowed to talk about. So, and we were just like, cool,
Totally.
all right.
we understand.
Well, I still hope that Reese comes back.
Yeah.
There's a hope in my heart.
It's probably just backlogged.
So the Reese, I'm going to talk about this for a second. I
By all
think the
means.
Reese is okay. The Reese would be a cool addition as like a character for
Fuck yeah.
standard. I don't see Caden being worth it. Caden 2 dot maybe. Caden 1 dot no. Caden 1 dot does like absolutely nothing right now.
I forgot what that character even does. To be honest,
He gives Breaker 1, Stun 1, or Powerful 1 to something.
No,
That
like
has
Mega
no-
Man.
that has-
Oh, sorry. All of his attacks have Powerful 3. He gives Breaker 1, Stun 1, or I'm guessing they'll update and put EX 1
Yo, hot.
to all of his blank text box attacks.
Oh no, never mind.
Yeah, you have
I haven't- But like because they're blanks, they're just like beefy. They're just like
They're-
fucking stats out
their
the wazoo.
regular stats are like 4 or 5.
That 6'10" or whatever.
He-
But like at the same time, we just got a bunch of support that's like, hey, look at this too low for 7 on a 4 diff that gets extra speed if you're
Yeah.
at desperation and blah blah blah
yeah,
blah blah.
He,
And he definitely says printed too, which sucks. If he didn't say printed, he'd be playable because you can
You could
seal it.
stuff. That'd be
and do
hype.
cool things.
You could play all of Slash Range.
Yeah,
he
you
had
could, yeah. under
if-
something. I don't know.
If you could order. Oh, wait, he is good, not order. But if he was able to seal things and do things, I think he'd be playable. But you just
Slashman
can't.
has
Yeah.
both.
No, he just has good.
Got air, good order.
no, he has
Air
air good
good.
death.
Death.
Oh, that's right. He does have death.
Yeah.
You played
Whoops.
Yep.
you played egg drop in your
Happens.
weapons deck. Or my death weapons deck. Like it's gonna be. I think they'll come out, but I don't think they were legal. Is actually my guess.
I don't want them to.
Yeah, I personally, no offense to the Jasco employees, but I'm hype about the next set and maybe even more to come.
Yeah, like why backpedal when you've got, hey, you wanna look at this sick Cyclops or the blue sweater guy, or do you want to have fucking Midoriya and Bakugo be the 2 demo decks, right?
I think they can just make both.
I'm pretty sure they're just
gives
gonna
a
make
shit?
both, but like, so I think that once this change or whatever happens, we're going to have a split format like Magic does, because right now Jasco's been trying to push Eternal through LWG, as you may know.
Is Jasco pushing it, or is the Legendary Wolf pushing it?
Well, do I
That's
really
the
have
question.
to answer that?
That's really the question.
That is a question, because like
As far as I know, Extended's dead. Like
oh.
people enjoy Extended, but like Extended as a format is dead
Well,
So,
it
because Jasco won't do anything with it. They
Go
don't go. We're gonna have a
Okay,
small tournament.
well,
we're not gonna do this. They
okay,
just
so
ignore
first
it.
of all,
Go ahead, Travis.
Jason has confirmed that he wants to do stuff with Eternal.
he just has to do it then.
Exactly. And this could be his way of doing stuff from behind the shadows without actually having to do anything himself. Because right now, they're focusing on this new rebranding. They're focusing on MHA.
we don't know if it's rebranded.
Well,
Just letting you know.
yeah,
Unconfirmed.
unconfirmed. They're trying to do other things. So whatever, if he did give the responsibility to LWG, to Miles, to all of them, to hold this Eternal 1K, which is something that's happening the day before the PTC.
was the
Day
day
after.
Okay, day after, whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about the announcements.
Yeah.
They're too hyped not to.
Yeah. Then
Really excited for all of us
it
to
makes
go.
perfect sense, because like if we're going to be rebranding, not confirmed,
Non-confirmed.
All options are on the table.
it would make a lot of sense to have a split format like Magic does.
They wouldn't be able to do it for at least, in my opinion, 3 sets.
Well, yeah, because they just wait until stuff starts cycling out from
It
UFS.
just means Extended still a year off.
That's
so
fine.
so
If
we've
they-
got a bunch of let's focus up. Let's focus up. Let's talk about Extended real fast. I'm not positive that Jasco is pushing for Extended, because Extended doesn't actually make Jasco any money. Extended makes them $0.
Extended actually
and
costs them money.
So why would they give a shit about Extended, right? The only people that care about Extended is the secondary market, which I don't know is Legendary Wolf or Rochester or us whenever we put a bunch of
Shit on TCG
shit on
player.
CC player, right?
I mean, if they want to start making money off of it, all they have to do is make sets.
Sure.
That
And
doesn't make
so
them money, though.
what that does is they now have to go and rebuy the license for KOF.
No,
in
I'm
order to
not
go do
talking
that.
about reprint sets. I'm talking about
Sure.
like what Magic does with Modern Masters.
Yeah, totally. And in order so Magic owns the rights to all their cards because it's Magic, right?
Well, yeah.
I'm not allowed to reprint a
No, I don't like
Sure
I said,
You Dan.
I don't mean reprint sets. I'm talking about they make new sets that are
Yeah.
specific for this format.
Then that's not Extended. Then
It
It
definitely
is because you make them not standard legal.
yes, you literally
Yeah.
say
that's just a waste.
this set's not standard legal.
that doesn't make them money, because if people want to play, if they
you
don't make
support
money
two
by
different
support-
formats.
That's
not
not
argue.
supporting 2 different formats. You're supporting one format, because there's no way it supports both formats.
You're supporting so you
can't-
support one format with one set.
That doesn't.
You
make them
cycle
money.
off.
Don't interrupt each other. Let each other talk. This is a discussionary podcast. It's a conversation.
argue.
I want you to argue. Fucking take your turn. Travis.
So
Where's the hat?
they get to cycle off. So let's say they do a Eternal set or whatever between every 2 standard sets. Then they're supporting Extended, and they're also supporting Standard, and they start making money off of Extended.
Okay.
Because there's definitely people who would enjoy playing Extended. I've talked to multiple newer players who are actually disappointed that they didn't get to experience this KOF meta or X meta or any of the older stuff.
Sand Claw's legal right now, bud.
You're right.
So make your counterpoint.
So the issue with that, in my opinion, is they still don't make money because regardless of what set comes out, everybody buys standard. Everybody buys standard and eventually comes into extended. If you make two different sets, you're not going to make half as much on both because people are either going to only play extended or only play standard. And if they only play standard, they never touch the extended stuff, which means Jasco never makes money.
Counterpoint.
This is
objection.
This has been happening in Magic for the longest of times. Our players who are better players will play both formats because they enjoy playing the game.
But you don't make your money off of your better players. You don't.
You
don't. You make your
So-
money off of your younger players. You make your money off your new players.
Okay.
Players who want to get into the game.
So
Pause. Michael, do you have anything to interject?
Oh wow! Holy cow! Thank goodness. All right, so I think that Eternal or Extended is degenerate, and I don't think that it will draw new players in because they're probably going to lose on the second turn, and they don't get to really play the game. But that's just my opinion.
What is the point?
So you're saying because the format is quote unquote not good. I'm gonna.
Not that the format's
Yes,
not good. The format is so fast paced, and you have to have the right cards.
And you have to know what's
Because-
going
So since we talked about it for a little bit, like Magic has Legacy.
Yeah.
They have hype Legacy tournaments. They have a lot of people that play Legacy, right? That game's been out for over 20 years, okay? And so you have those old people like still holding on to those cards, right? But who's like holding on to the first made, like Jasco cards?
on. The KOF sets.
So the only reason people aren't holding on to them, you could argue, is that there is no format to play them.
Right.
So if we birth a format that is consistent, then the format grows. What
Yeah.
I don't like is why would I bother making an Eternal only set? I'm Jason. I'm Jason Horonsky. I just pull off my mask. Fucking Jason it out.
You guys didn't see this one coming.
I'm Jason Horonsky. Hey, design team, go ahead and spend half of your efforts making this set that is only playable in this format that we don't give cardboard to. We don't have a major. We don't have a PTC. The only time that it's ever existed is inside of this one Legendary Wolf 1K. Here you go, design team. Do that. Let's say, hypothetically, Miles gets and Legendary Wolf get the exact same number. 70 people come and play in this extended format. Rad. They already have the biggest card pool possible because Yu Yu Hakusho is going to be out. Hey, we made a new set for extended. Hey, My Hero's going to come out. Hey, we made a new set for extended. Every time you make a standard set, you're making an extended set. Why bother making exclusively extended? That's such a waste of resources. Since when I make a standard set, I make an extended set as well. I double dipped.
Okay.
Counterpoint.
So
I think.
I think.
So I think you
Okay.
can. The only reason I think that you can't like make two sets like a Modern Master now is just because there isn't a big enough following. Maybe like later when
Future?
like Rockford gets it, or other stores are like hosting 1Ks like that, or bigger tournaments
Just
like that.
Holding tournaments in general.
Then you could think about it. But I don't think that it's something that they should even fathom at the moment.
Okay.
okay.
Give me your last point and we're going to move on.
So in the case of them having every set be extended legal,
Yeah.
technically they're making money off of extended. If someone buys standard product
Totally.
and they use it in extended,
Right.
they're
100%.
making money off of extended.
Totally. So the thing is it's only because they're making money off of a standard set. They're not making any money off the secondary market. When I go back and I buy any of the attacks of power,
Mhm.
I'm not handing Jasco $5 for that. I'm exclusively handing these secondary markets.
Well, yeah.
Which means that why would Jasco waste its time, except for to build hype and good man, what the fuck am I trying to say? Hype and like good feelings for the players. That's not the right word choice. It's like, hey, you feel good because your cards are
Experience?
good experience, man. That's not still not the good favor. I can't think of
I
it.
don't know
Anyway,
what you're reaching for.
Sorry. But like the only reason to like do that is that I'm extending the life cycle of your card. Your cardboard is worth a little more for a little longer. That's all extended is for. That's it. Is it just makes players feel good about having spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on, hey, I've got this really sick legacy Evil 1 dot deck. That Evil 1 dot deck is very good. It's not standard legal. I went on eBay and I bought a bunch of Evil 1 dot cards. Oh, well, there's a 1K that I could go play at.
Yeah. Which, like, I think is a good thing because that gets more people to... If people know that there is a thing beyond standard that they can play this rotated stuff in, they're more likely to buy the standard sets because they know, hey, I get double use out of this. Once it rotates out, it goes back in.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mark it there. Speaking of extended and the power creep cash grab,
Oh,
what so like the last extended was won by just a spike deck,
Yeah.
spike 1 dot,
Literally a
last tournament.
spike turbo deck.
Yep.
With 20 extra cards.
Yep.
So
Beat one the
the
extended.
format's not that fast.
Yeah.
Just
Rad.
FYI.
I think we should ban Let's Cut Loose.
I'm not in disagreement.
I'm also not in disagreement.
man.
I've actually been thinking that since the second mount.
I think that card has done a little too much.
I think Let's Cut Loose is a balanced card.
So
Says the guy's been playing it every single day.
So let's say, yeah. So let's say that we like had to make an argument to ban it, to not ban it. Let's say that Jason Horonsky just got done with his beautiful Gen Con experience, and he's like, man, I have to go watch UFS University's Study Hall podcast and to make my next next ban list.
Nice one, Tam.
Give me the reasons why it should and shouldn't be banned. Give me like a reason each why it should and should not be banned.
So it builds you your best pieces on offense. Let's say you draw like a confronting Jetta under good, and you're trying to go in. You're like, man, I really need this confronting Jetta in my staging area right now. Oh, sick! I'll play it. I'll play this Nutcracker. I'll add it down, and I'll draw a card, and then I'll draw another card off Nutcracker.
We're not talking about Nutcracker.
Okay, well,
Nutcracker's totally fair.
all right. Well, okay. I play this confronting Jetta. I play this blank attack. I play this blank attack with no keywords and no abilities.
Yeah.
I'll play Let's Cut Loose to add this confronting Jetta down. I'll give it plus 15 speed because I now have this confronting Jetta.
I have no issue with that. I think that's totally fair.
I think the fact that you still go even off of doing that is probably the issue, actually.
What do you mean going even?
So you add one down and draw a card, so you're getting a resource in your staging area, and you're drawing a new resource to replace your Let's Cut
Actually, that's
list.
what's called a +1.
Sure.
Um,
It's a pseudo +1.
that
is like-
that is a +1 with the fattest asterisk next
Yeah.
to it.
Tell
I'll tell you.
Tell me about
Yeah.
this fat, thick asterisk.
Because like, so you're playing 2 cards from your hand, and
Yeah.
realistically, you're only replenishing 1 card from your hand. So if
Okay.
anything, it's a -1. True, you have a card on your field to do stuff with, but you don't get a plus off it.
I
But
think
if
cards
you
don't
use
have-
it,
cards don't have card text in your hand.
But
Well,
also,
asterisks.
our cards in our game have value on the board.
I
comparatively to others.
understand.
even in that
I definitely
case,
understand.
There's that asterisk.
But if you
Even
use it
that
for its
asterisk.
other use of, hey, I'll pick up this block and draw a card, that's a real +1.
Yeah,
That's
that's an actual
That's a
+1.
+1.
What,
That
what
one-
I described is a going even, actually, because
The
you're playing 2 cards to get 2
fattest.
cards.
Asterisks.
I have no problem with the blocking mechanic. I have no problem with that either.
the pickup block.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fine if it was just that. If the only ability on
yeah.
that card was respond, pick up card.
It'd be an enhance.
I
but
think
Yeah,
it should have had 2 separate enhances, and it's you can build a foundation in your card pool down to your staging area. That's it. Or you can pick up a block from your foundation from your discard pile and draw a card. I don't think that you should be able to drop it down and replace my Let's Cut Loose.
I mean,
Because
only one of those
it's
is
Upstart
negatable,
Goblin
but
at that point.
hold on.
Only
You can't do both. You either move it or
Yes, you either move it.
Okay.
You either just move.
Yeah. I get
or
you. I get you.
pick
I'm
up
down.
draw.
I'm down.
Yeah,
I'm
but
down.
at least
you-
has one ability
so-
you can negate it with Venomous.
So you basically are either cycling, or you're getting a +1.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have an issue with that. I think my issue with it is it's a fucking 6 check.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't think it should.
That's
been
not
on
my
a-
issue.
I don't think it should be on a 3 either.
I think the 3's fine.
Well, that card's insane.
I think it should be.
I actually
think it
it's
should be
just
a
the draw
4-5.
one, in my opinion.
I think it should be a 4 or 5.
actually think it's just the draw one.
I don't know. I want it gets you
Hey,
so
I
much.
want you to know.
If you'd have checked a 4, would you still play it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, rad.
I want you to
that
know.
sounds great.
This card-
4s make you lose the game.
I want you
6s
to know.
make you uber win.
Deliverance does the same thing this card does,
Yeah.
except
Yeah.
this card says add a card to hand.
Yeah.
This
Totally.
thing does the same thing as Deliverance.
Except nobody fucking plays Deliverance.
Yeah, you want to why? Because this card says +1, not just draw 1.
Yeah. I sure do love Pot of Greed on a 3 that checks a 6.
Checks a 6. That's it.
Yes, but
If it-
that's not why it's broken.
If
though.
it was a 3/4 that did exactly the same thing, it would not be as crazy.
I mean, I'd still play it.
I think everyone would still play it.
But what I'm saying is like the
checking a 6 is nuts.
the micro data of accidentally checking a 6 when you need it. Just like I'm allowed to slam 4. Oh, I'm gonna play this card that is Pot of Greed and it checks a 6, or I'm gonna play this Pot of Greed that sometimes loses me the game because I needed to check a 5.
So, like
the micro data of this card checks a 4 would matter so much. So I'm bringing it up, and I'm giving big shout outs to Jacob Johnson. Jacob Johnson only beat Kevin Broberg in his match because he checked Let's Cut Loose, and he checked a 6 when he needed a 6 and was able to commit his character and give a million. That's it. If that card would have checked a 4, his turn would have been over. There's so many instances where
Yeah, but if that card
Hey.
also doesn't draw 1, Jake's turn might also just be over.
true. It means he had.
There are a lot
True.
of broken shit about this card.
Yes, you're
This
not.
card is not one thing. It's all these things at once poke at this little the card's a balloon,
Yeah.
and each point is just like a needle, just getting really close.
yeah.
so
They're all pushing at once.
I think the real issue about it being a 6 is that it has the all symbol, so you can just play 36 checks in your deck and run TK Mastery and never die.
So that is an aspect of the card, right? That is
Which is
an aspect.
if I was let's put it in perspective.
Please,
I
I've
think
been waiting for this.
If I
love
was
perspective.
playing a more real deck that was not gimmicky,
Uh-huh.
and I was doing the same thing that my Aswell deck was doing with TK Mastery and 36 checks,
Yeah.
I think I very easily could have gotten top 16
Why didn't you?
because I was playing a gimmick deck
I
That
guess that's
was-
a topic to itself. Huh?
that was unoptimized. It was not optimized. It was definitely missing a few things that it should have had in it.
Maybe if you were practicing with that the week up to it.
Well, I tried to, but no one wants to play against my mill deck.
Hey, I did.
You played against it once, yeah?
Did you ask me again?
Well, I didn't have time to after that.
Maybe because that game took 8 hours.
Maybe if you could kill me faster.
Maybe if you didn't
think-
play so many 6 checks
I
with your
think-
TK Mastery and you didn't stall. Look, Travis, I didn't play you because I deck myself out. I don't need my opponent to help me. Okay? In Air Torn, I literally deck myself out. I can deck myself out on turn 3, turn 4. I don't need you to help me.
I will say, though, the funnest thing about that Aswell deck,
Tell me what's fun about this mill
well,
buddy.
I had...
Tell me what's fun about being degenerate.
So I had 3 games where I played Fatality 7 times in one turn and had people scoop to me on turn 2.
Why wouldn't they?
You're right, but that was fun.
And did you get booty bopped in the next one? I'll fucking get it this time.
Yeah, they drew 6 attacks and then killed me.
I just think you suck.
It happens.
You
man.
want it, James? I don't want to hear that from you. All right?
Hey, I placed higher
What a-
than you. Playing
That's
arguably
fine.
the worst character from that set.
I can't believe you... Dude, I can't believe I had such a weak
Mister, I
strength of
checked an
schedule.
ally on my capsule zap and didn't add
Man,
it to my
like,
staging
if-
area.
If you don't win that match or Tyler doesn't win that match, I make tops. That taste deck should have been in tops anyway.
Yeah.
Mister.
Maybe
Man,
you.
if I could not suck after lunch, that'd be great.
I was about to say maybe you shouldn't let a Torrent throw 4 attacks with no foundations at you.
Man, maybe I shouldn't let them do that.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I
block
shouldn't
better.
block 3 attacks
Yeah.
with no foundations myself to just lose.
James, I checked. Mister, I checked a ally foundation on my capsules app, but I'm not gonna add it to my staging area.
Hey, that
To
was
win
the
the game.
weird ass.
what are you talking about?
To be fair,
We were-
Sealed event.
We were playing in the sealed
We had
event.
I had a really sick thing where like if I was playing Zap.
What was the
Capsules
sealed event for the people who don't know?
Basically,
It was Kevin Broberg presents.
Go ahead, say the whole
Dragon's
thing.
Horde.
It's Kevin Broberg presents.
Thought it was the Dragon's Horde.
It was
Dragon's Horde
Extravaganza.
Extravaganza. There's one more word.
Bonanza, Bobana, Fee5, Fonana, Nana.
I'm a banana.
No, absolutely not.
That was my phone. I
Somebody gave me a text
But
message,
anyways, you know,
and I didn't play in the side event because I was too busy losing.
Mr.
Top
Broberg
cuts.
had this excellent event where he has literally like 100 packs
A shit ton of
Random.
backstock.
in a duffel bag, and Jesse Zarini walks over to your table. Is this your team? Slams 24 packs down on the table and walks away. Build your decks. And
Scrubs.
then you walk over to a fat stack of promo foil characters, and you can pick one character, and that's who you are.
Yeah.
And it's a sealed event. It
It
was really
pretty
cool.
sick.
The play we're talking about was like I had a capsules app, and I checked the capsules. I played capsules app, checked the Ally Foundation. Wasn't really paying attention because I was like, cool, whatever.
Because you're James.
because I'm me.
Stevens.
Yep.
Could
And
have
it-
added the Ally Foundation in, but whatever. Didn't do it. Only had one foundation ready. Checked with Lilith because I was playing Lilith. Checked a 3, 4. If I added the Ally Foundation, it was a 5, and I would have passed and won the game. Good news is he didn't kill me on his next turn, and I still won. No punishment.
No justice.
Then he
No, it
made
didn't
the right
matter.
play.
No
Yeah.
justice.
Hey, it worked out.
Plus, me and Travis had already won.
That is true.
Yeah,
We
that was the
definitely
match.
dumpstered.
He was playing for the lulz.
I was playing just to finish the game.
I want to reset the camera, and then I want to actually come back and talk about the legendary wolf announcements since we talked a little bit about Eternal.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to remind you guys that this episode is brought to you by Cards Custom Build. If you like nerdy costumes or props or other nerd memorabilia, go out to Cards Custom Build out on Facebook. You can also find them on Etsy. And I've got a deal for you guys. If you mention the fact that you saw me on the podcast, this is actually my dad. And he said that he'd give any UFS crew, any UFS watchers, $5 off of their order if you come and say that you supported the show. So any of the cool costumes that you've seen, like you see up on screen right now of me as Scorpion or me as Dr. Wily, that was all made as Cards Custom Build. Plus, here's some of his other stuff that he's done. He's an incredible builder, and he takes requests. So the next major, maybe somebody wants to come dress up as a My Hero character. Reach out to Cards Custom Builds out on Facebook or Etsy, and he'd love to get back to you. So with that, back to the show. So Legendary Wolf announcements. They, at time of recording, they went live last night for about 30 minutes, and they gave a whole big breakdown on a bunch of really cool stuff.
Good thing I didn't watch it, so I get to know everything about it now.
Same.
You didn't watch it? Did you watch it?
I didn't have the chance to.
So
How's
I
that work,
watched
unfortunately?
the first 5 minutes, and it was just Danny walking around, like showing everybody the store, and I was like, I don't have time for this. I'm on break at work.
Okay.
Okay, Tam, we're getting learned today. Tell us what happens.
Teeny tiny bit.
Let me give the breakdown. Let's see if everything that I can remember. If I get anything wrong, please let me know in the comments down below and let all the good people know as well. So, Friday of the event, they're going to be having a Teams event. I don't remember if it's sealed or not. And it's like $10 per person, so $30 a team. And if you go and you win the Teams event,
They pay for your tournament entry the next day.
correct.
Yeah.
The team that wins, all 3 of those individuals do not have to pay for the main event.
Which is mad value.
It's super value because the main event, they're expecting to have as many people as Rockford, if not more. That's what their words, not mine. And they're going to be putting up a bunch of cases of whatever UFS product that you want.
Yeah.
So if you go and you win the event,
It's insane.
you get like 2 cases.
It's
If you get second, you get a case. Third and fourth, split a case.
actually nuts.
It's a bunch. Not to mention all the prize support. And that's Legendary Wolf. That's not including what Jasco does.
Yeah, what Jasco's sending.
What Jasco sends, their 2 boxes for first, 1 for second, and then the pass. They're a case of whatever product you want inside of standard, which means if I would like 2 boxes of 7th Cross, 2 boxes of Soul Calibur, and 2 boxes of Mortal Kombat, that's the case that I'll get. Right?
Right.
Or if I want all 6 boxes to be Yu Yu Hakusho, because it for sure will be legal at that point. That's the box that we'll get.
Yeah.
The last event. The last event is going to be the 1K on... Thank you.
Uno más.
Will be the 1K on Sunday. It is going to be an eternal format. Make sure they are going to be updating a ban list. I'm pretty positive that I'm going to be sharing it on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
So you can find it there. You can also find it on their Facebook page.
I hope it's as soon as possible.
Yeah, that would be nice, right?
Because the last time we got the ban list like a week before the event.
And they are going to be splitting that 1K throughout top 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that it's like a $30 event to play in. And then $10 of that is going to also be added to the prize pool. So minimum the $1,000. And then extra is going to be going in. Once again, if I'm wrong, if this is all recollection from a stream that I watched at like 11 o'clock last night. All of this sounds great.
Yeah.
All of this sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
It's
hype as shit.
let's make this the biggest PTC of the year.
Mhm.
No offense to Chris Smith, your PTC was fucking amazing. And I as much as I'd want it to stay the biggest PTC of the year because I got second place at the biggest PTC of the year, it'd be really rad if this PTC got 71 people
It'd be really sick if all the PTCs just kept growing.
because
Yeah.
of that reason, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then like the next PTC got 72. That'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd like it to grow by more than one. but-
Yeah, and if Chris Smith is gonna go out and like do the work, Miles Tyler is gonna flash his bank account and make a big PTC happen. Like Chris Smith's gonna put in the man hours and like have people pre-reg. Miles Tyler the month before is just gonna be like, I'm just gonna flex on you with 2 cases of product.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
So yeah, how do you guys feel about one team's event? There's 2 side events happening. One team's event, to the point where they're expecting to like be playing out in the food court. Like that's their plan. Is they cannot. Yep, that is their plan. Is to like have so many people that they fill up the store, and then you have to go play the food court. Maybe an asterisk there. I don't know. It was a throwaway comment.
Wowza. I
Side
sure
events.
hope
How do you
there's
are you guys excited to go play in the side events at all? Is that something that you want to do?
I want to win this Eternal event.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I want to win the main event.
I also want to win that. But if I can't win the main event, I'm going to go for $250. Why
Well,
not?
If you won Eternal, it'd be 500.
Is it? Oh, I thought.
It's not 1K to first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
You got
probably
first.
It's 5, 250, 125, 125.
Okay, cool.
If it's
sure.
If
I
it's
wanna
regular
get-
splits.
I want to get that 500 because that's. How much is a case?
400 and change.
Okay, that's a case.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like when the Eternal
But
event.
but like it's not though,
Or I
because
guess
it's
like
actual money.
It's like
I want you to equate
600,
that.
So you're almost okay.
Equate that to hamburgers, right? That's a way better. option.
500 hamburgers,
Right.
and I could spend 420 hamburgers for like a lot of pizzas.
Yeah.
yeah. Yo, the quick math.
Quick math.
Dude,
Oh. I want you.
that means that a Nutcracker is worth 65 hamburgers.
So
If anybody wants to buy one of our Nutcrackers for 60 hamburgers,
I'll do it, man. I'm down. We've got one extra.
Yeah. So I already have a sick ass deck idea for this format, and I think that nothing in my deck is going to be banned or on the ban list because I'm not playing anything extremely broken. There is
You wanted
What?
to play
your deck sounds
Blazing
balanced.
Storm.
that. Listen, that card's broken, but we have Moonset, which does almost the same thing.
Yes, you're right. They do exactly the same thing purposely for what you want, and for the reason why Blazing Storm was not a healthy card for the game.
Yeah, shit, you're right.
But
That's
it's eternal.
also the reason why I also don't like Moonset in the game.
Yeah,
It's also the reason I don't like Sangway in the game. Sacrificial Aid needs to go away.
But-
Also not a good card.
but
It's
yeah.
also, Nutcracker's also
And-
not good.
and-
I have a lot of ban list suggestions.
Hey, I'm playing those first 3 in the same deck.
If it was up to me, everybody would be playing nothing but commons
Really?
we doing some Popper?
and Guilt Seeker.
And
Guilt
Guilt Seeker.
Guild Seeker also does the same thing. It's unfair. It needs to be banned.
But you
Hey, I'm playing all
no,
4
no,
of
but
those.
you
in the
can't
same
generate-
deck.
Whoa.
sorry.
Are you memeing, or do you actually think
I'm
all
memeing.
of those cards are not?
Oh, I think Nutcracker's unhealthy, but that's just because it has way too good stats for everything.
Do you think that Moonset?
I think Moonset, Sacrificial Aid.
You think all of those are unhealthy?
Yes.
I think you're a basic ass bitch who can't deal with foundation
So
destruction.
it's not that. It's the fact of Sacrificial Aid says, I'll draw 2 cards
If
and
you're
I'll
Jetta-
bounce a card.
If you're Jetta.
Oh, whine about it. Oh, no.
If you're Jetta.
If not, I'm just going to bounce a card.
like we gotta give him something,
I mean-
right?
no,
he's just
his
gonna,
character already says bounce a card.
he's just gonna get missile launcher to death. Like, calm down. A draw 2 does nothing versus
James,
missile launcher.
I'm just gonna say that card blows outside of Jeddah, and I actually cut it from my death list because it checks a 2.
I'll fuck you up with that card.
And
I'll
not
build
Jetta?
any character you want, and I'll fuck you up with that card.
Don't think you will.
J. Talbane.
Does he have the symbol? If he has the symbol, I'll try it. but, like,
You
if-
said any character.
Say any character. You've been
Fucking
caught
do
in
it,
your
bitch.
own web of lies.
Guys, roast James down in the comments
Exactly.
for the J.
He's trying to
Talbane deck
flex.
that he's gonna have to
He's
build.
trying to flex and he can't.
do you
even
want me to?
word things
I'll fuck him
properly.
up with it. I'll do it.
I want to see somebody play a J. Talbane deck.
I'll play J. Talbane with Sacrificial Aid. Bet.
I'll bet some hamburgers on it.
I'm
So
down. I'll do it. I'll fuck him up with it.
the last thing that was announced,
Right now.
the last thing that announced is that the My Hero promos from Gen Con will be legal.
Yes,
Yeah.
at the
event.
sick.
I'm a little. I think that shouldn't be. That's not good.
I think it's gonna be rough because I feel like they're gonna be somewhat expensive.
I agree.
I
Yep.
think we need to have someone go snipe them.
Well,
I think we should all pitch in to buy some.
I have heard that not only are they going to be Gen Con exclusive, but they are also going to be printed as the new demo decks, which is why I brought it up about Reese and whatnot. And then all of the Premier stores are going to get them.
Yeah, but then we have to wait like a month and a half.
Well, get on a plane and go to Gen Con, buddy. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
it's only Annapolis. It's like a 6.5
Sorry.
hour drive.
If we want to test with them, we can just proxy them.
Yeah, but testing with them without them doesn't do
We're-
anything.
we're-
Because we still won't have them.
Tyler, we're down. We're super down. This is the only way we can do it. Is play elemental techniques.
Hey, I was already planning on doing that.
God damn it.
It was already done in
Wait,
my head.
Can you
I-
can you play that card in Water Goro?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how you play.
That's how
That's
you
No,
do it.
not that card. I'm talking about the card we
Sacrificial Aid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Play that in Water Goro. Oh.
Seems terrible.
No.
Or it seems rad. Give it +4 damage and rip their best foundation.
Dude,
Get out of here.
And
what-
then they rip your face down and you suddenly have 2 foundations.
But that's
And you
fine.
have a
Dude,
momentum.
we're playing Water Goro, dude. We don't care.
No, you play Water Gore and you draw 4 cards.
Anywho, back to the
Real world.
Bakugo and Midoriya are going to be legal for the Omaha PTC.
Yeah, I'm down. I want to play Bakugo. I don't even know what it does, but I'll tell you what. If it doesn't clear a card from somewhere, I'll be a little upset.
He's not going to.
No, there's no way.
He's going to be doing something with foundation destruction.
He's gonna fucking
almost
blow some shit up.
200%.
Wow, it's like that's what I said. It clears a card from literally somewhere.
When you say the word clear, I
that
imagine
means very
card pool
different things.
as opposed to destroying a foundation. That's what I
No.
imagine in my head. I know that that's not what you imagine,
Mm-hmm.
but you're like a slut for air.
It's my master.
Well, you see, I think he's gonna have air. So.
Really?
Well, I mean, yeah, explosions.
I think he's going to have fire for sure.
It creates wind. I think it's gonna
Fire,
be.
death, chaos.
I think it's gonna be fire, air, chaos. Why would he have death? What? Because
Death
he
does
says
death.
die.
No,
Dude,
he
that's
definitely
that's
does.
stereotyping.
Well, that's because death is also the
His
destruction.
name is
Yeah.
like Lord Murder or something like
yeah,
that.
his name is definitely.
Look,
And let's talk some real nerdy UFS, UF universes shit.
please give Bakugo air. Anyways,
Don't give him air because it's not thematic.
Shut up, Travis.
He should have water because it's the sweat. That's nitroglycerin.
Look, that's actually not even that bad of sounding an idea. Water, fire, and air. Dude,
Stop.
that's literally an explosion right there.
Anywho, I don't know where I was going.
Sorry.
Death's supposed to destroy foundations. Like that's just like
That's
its job.
literally what it does. It's foundation control.
Which means life is supposed to build foundations, right? Apparently not. That's good. Anyways,
no, life
sorry.
gains vitality. I don't know what you're talking about.
and that's it.
Evil cuts vitality.
I don't want to talk about this because I hate the symbols.
I hate how the symbols are stereotyped.
Let's change the symbols and just equate them to numbers.
What?
So
Why?
I'm so lost.
I am actually.
So instead
lost.
of symbols, they're numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Man, I got lost on where my time codes were.
Hey, what number are you playing? I'm playing 6, and my other deck is 6, and this deck is 6.
Well, like each number would do something different, and then they're not symbol related; they're just numbers.
Here's my. Do you guys have anything you guys want to talk about?
No.
No.
Like anything in particular? Because I got this big long list.
Should we
If you go to Gen Con and for whatever random reason
Get
you
extras?
don't want your Bakugo promo,
If you don't want any of
let
the
me
promos,
know.
either of them.
Let me know. I want your Bakugo promo.
I'm hella
Let
down.
us know.
If
because
you
we
have
would
them, I'm
like
hella
them.
down. We need them.
Yeah, we definitely do. So whoever watches this video,
Hit
you're
up
going
Travis;
there?
he'll pay for him.
Maybe.
You can hit me up and I will pay for a Bakugo happily. That's all I want to talk
Depends
about.
on how good they are, to be honest.
I don't care if it's
It
good
doesn't
or not.
matter.
This is a thing that I thought about, and I want to ask specifically you three, or you two. You might be a little too new, but I still want your opinion on it. Fair? Just because you don't have like a real deep, rich
Deep and
card
rich.
pool to pull from.
Okay.
What deck has taught you the most about UFS?
Gemini Man.
You haven't played Gemini Man.
You're right.
Solid.
He's playing Torn. It's the same thing.
It's not.
It isn't.
It's definitely not.
James, I want to talk to you first.
That taught me the most about UFS.
Yeah. So what I wrote down is what UFS deck has taught me the most about the game and why.
I can actually answer this
I can
question.
I can very easily
Like about
answer this
learning the
question.
game itself.
Yeah, sure. However you want to translate that and
Wait,
take up another 8 minutes.
I'd say learning UFS as of who I am for UFS. I'd
Yeah,
say
sure.
Eva.
Okay.
Eva 2 dot.
And why?
Because it made me learn that I like the idea of, hey, you hit me, I'll draw a card, I'll attack you, I'll gain life.
Okay.
I just really enjoyed the style of that.
So
Also, that's also where I started having to count cards, and because I'm moving 8, it's really hard. There's a lot of numbers and shit.
math is for assholes.
Every time I've had to count with an Eva 2 dot deck, I've checked a 4 when I needed a 5.
That sucks.
And both times I've lost to Mason Johnson. Both times to get into top 4, to get into finals.
Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
Both
I'm-
times he was playing Clark.
Clark dumpsters you, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually had decent matchups just
Oh.
because of how my deck works.
Yeah, Clark, not Ralph. Sorry.
So my
No,
deck,
you're thinking the right character.
the deck that I should say improved me the most at this game and made me the player probably that I am today would have to be Proto Man 2 dot
That doesn't mill your opponent.
under fire.
That symbol doesn't mill your opponent.
It mills yourself though. But so basically what my deck did was I played a bunch of attacks with 4 printed damage and I played Robot Masters. It was very basic. It discarded some stuff from the card pool, got 1,000,000 stats on everything, and then it just swung face and killed them. I remember very specifically playing against the deck that I most feared playing against throughout all of my time playing UFS, and it was Tam's Death Vega deck, and killing him with a 3-diff, and it was great. I was like, windmill slam this 3-diff, you're dead.
And this sucks. Tam's not even good at this game.
Yeah.
All right.
There's an argument to be made there.
There's
Now, actually, it's really interesting because I know exactly the match that you're thinking of.
Yeah.
And that taught me a lot about Vega himself. That clearing the card pool is like one of the hardest things he has to deal with.
Yep.
So it's like part of the reason why I don't want to fight against like
Ataki.
a Taki. I don't want to fight against something that
Like Michael's torn.
shield ram deck, fog blanket deck.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing too.
Like-
Was shield ram after it got errated.
Yeah. And so like my job is to like make the third attack you play hurt and be like, you're giving it +2 progressive and I'm giving it an extra difficulty and I minus your check and you have to play this card and kill me. But like if your card pool's clear, like Vega actually is significantly weaker. And I just learned that about the character. So like it's really cool that you learned something about you and I learned something about me during the exact same match.
Yep.
Like I can pinpoint exactly
Yep.
where that was.
Fantastic match, by the way. We went to game 3.
He's only saying it because he won. So
Well, no, it was a very good match.
I think the one for me is probably Dr. Wily, and I keep coming back to him just because like Dr. Wily 2 dot, because of the whole destroy a committed foundation to ready a resource and adding a momentum to my hand and destroying your stuff. It really taught me about resource management of the game UFS and like what's equates to a positive in UFS. Like I destroy one of mine to then hopefully rebuild one of mine. If I don't rebuild one of mine, then I get to know my check, which means I get to confirm my next card.
Mm-hmm.
And then if it hits, I blow up one of yours. Like you
Yep.
get to pick it, but it blows up a ready foundation. And it also taught me that like speed is how you kill people, not damage. Because like before I was playing Dr. Wily 2 dot or Dr. Wily 1 dot, excuse me, and all his whole gimmick was how fat can I make these attacks?
Yeah.
And that's just like that's his whole thing is like my character wants to give +5 damage on everything that it can.
Mm-hmm.
But like +2 speed, that sucks in comparison to +5 damage. How do you kill people with that? Oh, by making that fat attack happen at the end with +2 more speed.
Yeah.
Once they're tapped out, which like then you can like directly correlate that deck to the deck that I just took to Rockford. Scorpion pays 1 life for +2 speed. That's insane. Scorpion pays 1 life for -2 speed. That's insane. I'll pay 1 life to perfect block your 7 damage attack. Super down. super down.
Epic.
And then like
He's doing more resource management. That's funny.
what?
Scorpion does the same thing that Dr. Wily does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the way that I want to play the game, the way that I value cards is all about resource management, which is why like I think Let's Cut Loose is so insane when it brought that up, is because I value the resource of checking that 6 more than drawing the cards. I value like I'm not saying that add a card to hand and draw a card is not insane. Ready? I'd be okay if that card did not say remove. What if it's stuck in your card pool? Like there's another way to balance that card.
That
like
would be fine. Because that way adding the stuff down on your offensive turn isn't as good because it stays in your card pool.
right.
So like my one big issue with it is pretty much gone.
There's so much resource management when it comes to playing this game, and there's so much accounting that you have to do. And Dr. Wily's just like the thing that made me learn that.
Yeah.
Right.
I know I also definitely played Wily for a little bit back when Mike Brown, shoutouts, had it built. I think it was basically just your list. That
Mike
deck
Gold, not
does
Mike.
teach very good resource management for sure.
Yeah.
Because like you know when you need to go in, and you know when you just need to hold him, and he gets a card when he touches you. So like you just know.
Sometimes he's an 8-hander.
Yeah. Sometimes he is indeed an 8-hander.
Michael, any thoughts?
So I've probably only played like 5 decks that I've made. I've played Lord Raptor, I've played Aaron Black, played Grow, Torn, and right now I'm playing Mike Hardiman.
Find those lists on Patreon.
Even though it was my first deck, I feel like Lord Raptor taught me a lot. Like not because like I had just gotten in the game, but like it taught me enhances and responses. It taught me how much blocking is too much blocking.
Yeah.
What is the right call to block with, whether like I should partial block this to keep the perfect block in my hand for this. Safety 3s, like Lord Raptor had taught me safety 3s. Lord Raptor also taught me that flash attacks are insane and not a lot of decks are ready for that, and that he is the best budgety rogue deck with some quotation marks there for the folks just listening. And then he also taught me that you can just drop your hand, and if you check that 5, you just win. And like sometimes in this game, like you just have to go for it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you play 4 attacks with no foundation.
Hilariously, UFS is a dice game. We get to control that dice just a little bit, but like it's a dice game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm checking a 5. I'm checking a 6. I'm rolling a, like all of our checks are 1 to 6, right? There's a reason for that. It's rolling a dice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like it's a very, very cool mechanic.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's the best deck that has taught you the most in UFS? I'd love to hear down in the comments down below. If you like the content, don't forget, go to patreon.com/UFS University. Anything helps. We've got some really big plans coming up here in the future. And you can get all of our content early out on Patreon, like at minimum like 3 to a whole week or early. So with that, from all of us here at UFSU, stay learned.
Get learned.
Been learned.
Goodbye. Thanks for watching or listening.
Or listening, yeah.
Have a great day.
Or reading.